So I'm about 5 weeks into dating. Let's just say I've been really putting myself out there to meet new people, and the the pros outweigh the cons, definitely, but the cons are really funny. Um, some people that I've gone to the point where I've met them, it's been interesting. Like there was one, the first one actually, where not even half an hour into it, I went outside to have a cigarette. And I'm texting my friend Melissa, and I'm like, how do I get out of this? Like, I don't want to be mean, but how do I get out of this? Like, this is not, I don't want to do this with this person. Like, not at all. And I took her advice. I went to the bar, ordered 2 shots, paid the bill, brought the shot over to the table, and I'm like, we're doing a shot. It's like, okay. I'm like, cheers to having the gumption to go out and meet each other, to take a chance on meeting someone new. You're not for me and I'm not for you. Let's do this shot and part ways. And he's like, okay. I'm like, yes, do the shot, go home. There's been a couple of other ones that I'm just like, oh my God, why did I agree to do this? But I stuck through them. And it's really funny, the people that I feel like it's not going well, I'm doing all the talking. It's like pulling teeth to get these people, some of these guys to talk. But they're always the ones who contact me really soon afterwards and go like, it was such a good date, you're so nice, you're so cute, you're so vivacious, one guy said I was. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll take that, but really? Are you really that bad at reading people that you think that this date went well and you want to see me again? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. One thing I've learned about this whole dating people that you've never met before is you have to take 2 hats. You have to take a white hat and you have to take a black hat. And sometimes you just have to put that black hat on and be like, this isn't working. But, you know, kudos to me for putting myself out there and doing this. Sometimes it's nerve-wracking and sometimes it's not at all. Sometimes it just, you sit down and you get along with the person so well. And it's interesting because, like I said earlier, the people that I find the date doesn't go well are the people who are like excited to meet me again. And the people who I think the date went really, really well, excuse me, I contact them and they're like, yeah, I just want to be friends. Like, you know what? Awesome. Awesome. I like to meet new people. I like to make new friends. Let's forge a friendship. Potentially. There's a lot of people, all this dating is online, which is really, really strange. It's very, very different for me. But there's so many people who will hook up a meeting time and a meeting place, and then an hour before will contact me and be like, oh, something came up, blah, blah, blah. Can we reschedule for tomorrow? Sure. Tomorrow comes and they reschedule again. Or they just don't show up. I've had that happen twice. And then they contact me, oh, sorry, I didn't show up. Can we reschedule? I'm like, you don't even get a response back. Like, seriously, you're wasting your time. You're wasting mine. I went to this place and you didn't show up. Done. People who say that they want to meet and you keep trying to like make plans and they just don't commit to anything. That's always an interesting one for me. I'm like, yeah, okay. And then you get a message 2 weeks later. Oh, I haven't heard from you in a long time. I'm like, I told you to contact me when you wanted to set a date and to contact me with a date and a time to like meet and where. And you don't. So, like, what the F, you know? There's been a couple of people that I've met online that were specifically saying that they're not looking to date anybody. They're just looking to meet new friends. And I liked their profiles. I thought we have some things in common. let's meet a new friend. So I go with the intention of it not being a date at all, and it works out. Like the people that are serious about meeting new friends, it kind of takes a lot of pressure off. And I think a lot of people who try this online dating thing just go out to meet new friends. Don't say that you're looking for a relationship. Don't say you're looking for marriage. Like you can't say stuff like that. Look for friendship, and then if it happens organically, like that's the best way that it's going to happen. It takes the pressure off of everyone. But I just this weekend went kayaking 2 days in a row with this one guy. And there was no like dating potential there with either of us. We've talked about this since, but we enjoyed each other's company so much kayaking that we did it again the next day. And that was really, really fun. And then we went for a couple of beers, and he told me about the show that he's writing and directing and producing and acting in. And really nice guy, and I'm looking forward to hanging out with him again. There's another person that I haven't even met yet, who's in a relationship with another man, and he's just looking for friends, and him and I chatted quite a bit online, and then we exchanged phone numbers and chatted quite a bit through texting, then became Facebook friends, and then chatted a lot over Facebook. And I'm really looking forward to meeting this guy and his boyfriend, because him and I seem to have quite a bit in common. We're both very driven by our emotions and by our feelings, and I really like that. And he's really easy to talk to. Well, not that we've spoken in person, but easy to talk to through texting and messaging and Facebook messaging. It's really exciting to just go out there and meet new people. Pardon me, it makes things less stagnant. Not that being around the people that I'm friends with now is stagnant by any means. It's just really nice to meet new people and get new energy and new stories and new perspective on things. I'm enjoying it. There are sometimes I come back and I'm like, oh my god, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not doing this anymore. And then I just don't go on a date for a few days. And then I'm like, okay, this person wants to meet me. Their profile seems decent. Like they have a decent job. They have a head on their shoulders. Like they talk about family and morals and values. And like if you mention that in a profile and want to meet me, I'm going to meet you, because I'm very driven by morals and values as well, which is really super exciting. Even though my morals and values are kind of different on a day-to-day basis, given on how I'm feeling. So I'm going through clinics right now for my eating disorder. And I go Monday to Friday for, depending on my work schedule, for minimum 3 hours a day, maximum 7 hours a day. It's kind of kicking me in the ass. I have different therapy topics every day, and I have 5 different therapists, and they're all specialists in a different... I just lost my train of thought. They're all specialists. They all specialize in different aspects of life. So, for example, I have a family therapist. I have a relationship therapist. I have a goal therapist. I have an eating disorder therapist, obviously. And then I have a therapist who just lets me talk about my therapy sessions that I had all week. My thoughts on how I was spoken to, and if I wanted to bring up any other issues that were present that I brought up through the week. So that's been really fun. It's tiring. Sometimes I get to work and I'm just like, oh my god, I have to go into work, and I'm standing outside smoking a cigarette, wanting a coffee so bad. And I just look inside and see whatever coworker I'm supposed to be working with in there, getting all set up for the day, and I'm like, how am I going to do this? I just talked about family and cutting ties with family members and got really emotional and talked about like growing up and what it was like to be gay and closeted. And And now I have to go in and be all like, me. Most days I can get through it very, very well. Today was a really difficult day for me because excuse me, one of my topics today was um, grief, loss, and letting go. I don't let go of things easily at all. I hold grudges. I always have. I'm learning to let things go a lot easier. On the topic of letting go, just not holding on to maybes, ifs, ands, and just realizing that I can't control every aspect of my life and I can't control other people. If somebody doesn't want to be around me or somebody says that they hate me or they don't like me, let it go. It's their problem that they don't jive with me. It's not mine. Because you have to be true to who you are and yourself. And if there's things in your life that you believe in and other people don't, and they don't want to be around you because of that, then that's their problem, not yours. You have to let go of that. We talked a lot about grief. I don't handle grief well at all. And grief, it could be like death of a family member, like my grandmother. It'll be 5 years in a couple of months since she passed away, and I'm still not over it. I just haven't grieved properly about that or something. So I'm working on that. On that note, one therapist was like, pull out your cell phone. So I pulled out my cell phone, and he said, starting from the top, tell me the name and who they are and when's the last time you spoke to them. And he said, you haven't talked to that, you worked with her at Milestones 5 years ago. Have you had any contact with her since? No. Do you think you will? I'm like, well, we've chatted on Facebook a little bit. He's like, let the number go. Get rid of it. Let it go. Let it go. So I'm like, okay, delete. I got to N, and it was Nana. And I almost skipped it, because I knew that he was going to make me delete it, but I didn't. I was like, Nana. He's like, when's the last time you used this phone number? I'm like, 6 years ago? He's like, why is it still in your phone? I'm like, because it's in my phone, because she's part of me. And he's like, your phone is not part of you. Your phone is a material thing. The number is a material thing. Let it go. So I let it go. I deleted it. And honest to goodness, I walked out of therapy heading to work. And I felt so good. It felt so good to let that go. Something as simple as deleting a phone number felt just so therapeutic. So all this letting go stuff, I had a little bit of X drama today. A lot of X drama today, and it's been a couple of weeks. I'm fuck. It's still so hard. The connection, anyway, I babble on about our connection and everything. Like, obviously, it was a farce. There was X drama today. Threw me right off. And then the whole letting go thing that we were talking about today, it was a challenging day. And then there was a lot of different like work issues that came up, financial issues that came up. It was, my friend gave her notice at work. Just a lot of things happened today that kind of threw me for a loop, and I've been doing really, really well. I'm doing really well. But I'm letting myself feel sad or feel angry. However I feel, I'm letting it encompass me. I'm not trying to like change the way I think or feel, because I'm just letting the feelings run its course. I'm not bottling it up. Obviously, I have to at work sometimes because I work with the public. So you have to like hold things in and not let it affect you. But as soon as I came home, as soon as I walked out of there, I was just overcome with emotion. I'm more emotional now than I've ever been. I've always been very emotional. Excuse me. But I'm way more emotional now than I've ever been because I'm showing my emotions instead of holding them inside. And it's a good thing. I wouldn't take these last 9 weeks. If I could be transported back to 9 weeks ago and stop being cheated on and to keep this relationship going, I would still be the Denny that I was, given I was a way better version of myself after I'd met Andrew and we started to connect and build something together. I really was just so happy. Nothing let me down. Nothing got me down. Nothing. And then that ended and everything just went crazy and everything just like, my whole world changed. Everything. My personal world, my relationship world, my family world as a result changed because I decided to take a stand and not let people push me around and not let people push my immediate family around. Therefore, I ended up cutting ties with some family members. Anyway, I wouldn't take any of this back. Because what I'm doing now is I'm learning to get healthy. I'm learning to curb this whole anorexia thing that I've been dealing with for 16 years. I'm hitting it head on, and I'm being very open about it. Being very open about my emotions and my needs and my wants. My goals are a lot clearer. Clearer even just in the fact that I'm setting goals for myself, which I wasn't before. For a few weeks, my goal was to just not cry at work. Just, those were my goals, but I'm beyond that now. I've moved on past that. Anyway, I started this video to be a like online dating adventure video, and it's turned into talking about my therapy and where I'm at right now with my headspace. And it's much, much better than it was. There's still a long ways to go. But I'm really proud of myself for taking care of myself first, which I don't normally do. I always put others before myself, which says a lot about my character. But I know right now I need me. I need to focus on me so much more than I need to focus on external things. Not that I don't care about them, but the effort I'm putting in towards making myself healthy, for one, happier with being single, happy with who I am and how I think and how I word my thoughts. The fact that I even vocalize my thoughts and my feelings to begin with is just wow. There's not even a word I can even think of that's big enough. Because I'm not usually a person who does that at all. The stress I've been under has really affected my allergies. I'm having a lot more allergic reactions to things. I'm constantly itchy. Like you've probably noticed, I'm just scratching. My beard is looking freaking phenomenal. I'm so excited. Another half an inch and I'll be able to shape it the way that I want, and I'm super excited about that. I'm just going to say this. One thing I do not like, when people send a one-word message on dating profiles, there's two that drive me crazy. One is, hi, and that's it. The second is, I like your beard. Really, out of all the things you read on my profile before you contacted me, and you're going to say you like my beard, you're going to talk about one of the superficial things about my photographs, my beard. You're not going to say anything about my profile or anything about what I've written. you're likely not going to get a response from me. I actually went as far on one dating website to write that. I'm like, if you have anything more than hi or I like your beard to say, by all means message me. If that's all you're going to say, skip me. Another thing is I've found that guys under 22 and men over 50 are the ones who contact me the most. There's never anybody in my age range, really. It's all really, really young guys who want an older dude, or it's older dudes who want a younger man. There's just nobody in my age range, and it's interesting to me. But anyway, I really have to go to bed. I have clinics tomorrow. Tomorrow's a 7-hour day. Ugh. 7-hour day of talking a lot. So I've been doing 3 weeks. I'm in my 3rd week of clinics. 3rd or 4th week? Something like that. Anyway, the amount of talking that I do in clinics means that I'm not doing as many video diaries. Because the last thing I want to do after doing clinics all day and then going to work all night, the last thing I want to do is to come home and start talking. I really should, because I'm learning a lot, and I should keep it fresh so I can refer back to these videos and remember things I learned in therapy, but that's not the case. That being said, I'm going to go to bed. For the few people who actually watch my videos, thanks. Sorry it was so long, but this is what's going on right now. And I'm going to finish my rum and coke, and I'm going to have a shower, and check my social media quickly, and then go to bed. So excited to sleep. Long day, emotional day, long day.